Planning a trip to Europe and confused about the Schengen visa process? Fear not, for you've landed at the right place. Welcome to our comprehensive guide on the Schengen Visa, your gateway to a memorable European sojourn. A Schengen visa is a short-stay visa that allows you to travel to any of the 26 European countries in the Schengen area. It eliminates the hassle of obtaining individual visas for each country, making your European dream trip smoother and more enjoyable. This visa is essential for travelers who are not citizens of Schengen countries and are planning to visit for less than 90 days. From the charming streets of Paris to the stunning canals of Amsterdam, the Schengen visa is your ticket to these unforgettable experiences. So if the idea of sipping coffee in a quaint Italian cafe or exploring the historic castles of Germany excites you, this guide is your starting point. Stay tuned to unravel the mystery of the Schengen visa process. So, who are the eligible candidates for the Schengen visa? Well, primarily, the Schengen visa is for those wishing to travel to one of the 26 European countries in the Schengen area. But let's break it down further. If you are from a non-Schengen country and you don't have a visa-free travel arrangement with the Schengen area, then you are one of the eligible candidates. Remember, this visa is for short stays, typically up to 90 days within a 180-day period. So whether you're planning a vacation, business trip, study visit, or even seeking medical treatment, the Schengen visa is your key to Europe. However, if you're planning to work or stay beyond 90 days, you'll need a different type of visa. Also, if you're a diplomat or a flight crew member, different rules might apply. Now that you know whether you are eligible, let's move on to the application process. The application process may seem daunting, but we're here to guide you through it. The first step is to determine the type of visa you need. There are different types of Schengen visas, each tailored to a specific purpose of travel, such as tourism, business, study, or family visit. Make sure to choose the one that aligns with your travel intentions. Step 2. Once you've identified the correct visa type, your next move is to complete the application form. This form is available online and requires detailed information about your travel itinerary, accommodation details, and personal data. Remember, honesty is the best policy when filling out your application. Any discrepancies can lead to delays or even rejection. The third step in the journey is to gather the necessary documents. These include your passport, proof of accommodation, travel insurance, and proof of financial means, among others. Each document should be current and valid. We'll explore this in more depth in the following scenes. Step 4. Schedule an appointment. Once your application form is complete and your documents are in order, it's time to book an appointment at the embassy or consulate of your first Schengen country. It's advisable to schedule this appointment at least 15 days before your intended travel date. The fifth step requires you to attend the visa interview. This might sound intimidating, but worry not, it's merely a session for the consulate to verify your information and intentions. Dress professionally, arrive on time, and answer all questions honestly. Finally, pay the visa fee. The fee varies depending on the type of visa and your age. Once you've paid, your application will be processed. Keep the receipt of this payment as you might need to present it later. And there you have it, a step-by-step breakdown of the Schengen visa application process. It might seem like a lot, but with careful planning and preparation, it's a hurdle you can easily cross. That's the application process in a nutshell. Next, let's talk about processing times. Wondering how long it would take to get your Schengen visa? Let's dive straight into it. On average, the processing time for a Schengen visa is around 15 calendar days. However, it's important to note that this can vary. It might take only 2 short days if you're lucky, or it could stretch up to a month in certain circumstances. Factors like the time of year, the country you're applying from, and the specific consulate can all play a role in determining how long you'll be waiting. So it's always a good idea to apply well in advance of your planned trip. If there's one thing to take away from this, it's that patience is key when it comes to visa processing. As you wait, you can use this time to double-check and ensure you have all the necessary documents ready. After all, being prepared never hurt anyone, did it? Documents are the backbone of any visa application. Here's what you need for a Schengen visa. Let's start with the basics. You'll need a valid passport or travel document. Ensure that it has at least 2 blank pages and is valid for at least 3 months beyond your planned departure from the Schengen area. Next is the completed application form. This is a crucial document where you provide details about your purpose of visit, duration, and accommodation arrangements. Fill it out carefully, ensuring all details are accurate and up to date. A key document is your passport-sized photograph. Remember, it needs to be recent, not older than 6 months, and must adhere to the Schengen Visa photo requirements. Then we have the travel medical insurance. This should cover any expenses that might arise as a result of emergency medical aid, hospitalization, or even repatriation for medical reasons. The minimum coverage should be €30,000. Proof of accommodation is another important document. This can be a hotel booking confirmation, a letter of invitation if you're staying with friends or family, or a residential lease if you're renting. Next up, proof of subsistence. This means evidence that you can financially support yourself during your stay. Bank statements, pay slips, or proof of sponsorships can be used here. Don't forget the travel itinerary. It should clearly outline your travel plans within the Schengen area, including dates and places of visit. And last but not least, depending on your employment status, you may need to provide additional documents. For instance, if you're employed, you'll need an employment contract, leave permission from your employer, or proof of business ownership. If you're a student, a proof of enrollment and no objection certificate from your school or university will be required. Now remember, this is a general list. Depending on your specific situation or the Schengen country you're applying to, you might need additional documents. With your documents ready, you're one step closer to your European adventure. Did you know that Schengen visas have one of the highest rejection rates? Let's see why. One of the most common reasons is insufficient or unclear travel itinerary. It's crucial to provide a detailed day-by-day plan of your trip, including accommodation and travel arrangements. Another reason is lack of sufficient funds. The embassy wants to ensure that you can support yourself during your stay, so it's important to have proof of financial stability. Inconsistencies in the information provided can also lead to rejection. Make sure all your details are accurate and match across all documents. A lack of travel insurance is another common pitfall. Remember, it's mandatory to have insurance that covers emergency medical expenses in the Schengen area. Lastly, not providing proof of your intention to return to your home country can be a deal breaker. This could be a job contract, property deeds, or family ties. Avoid these pitfalls and you're more likely to get your visa approved. Before we wrap up, here are some bonus tips to ensure a successful visa application. One of the most important things to keep in mind is to ensure your passport is valid for at least 3 months beyond your intended departure date from the Schengen area. A passport with a longer validity period is always better. Next, be meticulous with your documentation. It's easy to overlook details, but remember, even a small discrepancy can lead to your application being rejected. Make sure all the documents are in order, double-check them, and then check them again. It's often wise to apply for your visa well in advance of your travel dates. Processing times can vary, and it's not uncommon for delays to occur. The earlier you apply, the better your chances of getting your visa on time. When filling out the application form, honesty is the best policy. Be transparent about your travel plans, your financial situation, and your ties to your home country. Embellishing or concealing facts can lead to a rejection. Remember to provide a detailed and consistent travel itinerary. It should include your travel dates, accommodation details, and plans for each day of your stay in the Schengen area. This shows that you have a clear plan and intend to return to your home country. If you've previously been denied a visa, don't let that discourage you. Understand the reasons for the rejection, rectify them, and try again. Persistence often pays off. Lastly, consider seeking professional help if you're unsure about the process or if your situation is complex. A visa consultant or immigration lawyer can provide valuable guidance and increase your chances of a successful application. Don't forget to keep copies of all your documents. If your application is rejected, these can help you understand what went wrong and how to rectify it for your next application. And remember, every Schengen country has its own nuances in the visa application process. Do your research and understand the specific requirements of the country you're applying to. Remember, preparation is key when applying for a Schengen visa. That's all about the Schengen visa process. We've walked through eligibility, application steps, processing times, necessary documents, and common rejection reasons. Remember, preparation is key, and our bonus tips could make the difference between approval and denial. It's a journey, but with the right approach, your European dreams are within reach. So gear up, get your documents in order, and embark on an incredible European adventure. Safe travels, and don't forget to subscribe for more travel tips and guides.